Hello, everyone, elite educators and purposeful parents. Before I start this video, I wanted to apologize to you all formally. I have not uploaded a video in quite some time, and that really is due to this move here to Abu Dhabi. I had to sell my house, I had to pack my house, I had to move everything out of my house, I had to sell my car, I just had so many, I don't want to say loose ends, but I had a lot of items to take care of, which got in the way of me uploading videos. I have to figure out how to balance when I have an overwhelming amount of things to do and continue to bring you content, because I really enjoy doing this. So I ask that you forgive me for this long hiatus, but I am back. I am settled here in Abu Dhabi, and I hope that you enjoy the video and that you get value out of the video. Hello, elite educators and purposeful parents. I am Kimberly Deneen, your favorite educational consultant, and I'm coming to you with another video. This video is all about my journey to moving to the UAE. I am currently living in Abu Dhabi, and this video is going to give you an idea of some of the things that I had to go through to finally get here. And I am currently filming from my brand new apartment. I will do a whole nother video on my apartment so that you all can get an idea of what an apartment would look like should you decide to move to the UAE or somewhere else internationally. So let's get right into the video. First of all, I had to do quite a bit of paperwork to get here. I will be working as a student support specialist at a school here in Abu Dhabi, and the school is considered a private school. It's an international school. There are about 63 different nationalities represented at the school. And so I'm working with my lighting, trying to get my lighting straight. I'm hoping that you all see me well and hear me well. So I'm really excited because this has been about a 6-year journey for me, trying to get to another country. It didn't have to be here. I applied all over the world. So first of all, I had to, of course, interview for the position. And there were a couple of interviews. It wasn't just one. So I talked to the director of the school, which is not quite the same as a principal. It's kind of different here in regards to the hierarchy. So you have the director of the schools, then you have the principal of the schools, and then you may have a high school and an elementary principal, and then you will have assistant principals, and they may still call those head of secondary, head of elementary. However, the director is not considered the same as a principal. I guess it's a higher rank than a principal, so to speak. So anyway, I had several interviews with the director of the school, and I even talked to some of the department heads. In this case, for me, it was the French department head. However, I will not be teaching French here. I actually am hired as a student support teacher or specialist. So I will be working with students who have learning challenges, and I'll be helping teachers with best practice in different areas of education. So I'm excited about that. Here we go. This is interesting, this lighting. All right. I'm still working with this. Okay. So I had to do that first. Then I had to send them my medical information, like a letter from my doctor. I had to send over my licenses from the US, all my educational licenses and certifications. I had to also send my degrees, my transcripts. So I did that once. And then I also had to get all of that attested. Some people call it apostille. Some people call it attested. Some people say certified. It had to be done by, I had to go to the apostille in DC. I had to go to an apostille in Maryland. I had to go to apostille in Virginia. I did it myself. I wanted to run through the process so that I could help other women of color navigate the process, and I wanted to be knowledgeable about it. So I had to get all those things attested, including my birth certificate, and I feel like there was another document. My birth certificate, because I had to prove my name change. So I did all that, and then I had to send it to them again. And so anyway, after all that was done, I did sign a contract. After they saw the first round of documents, I signed a contract, and I, then prepared to move here. And for me, that was a big process because I owned a house, or let's say I was buying a house. You don't own it till you finish paying off that big mortgage. But I was buying a condo, and I had a car, and of course I had a lot of things in the condo. So I sold my house, and I gave away a lot of what was in my house. Some things I was able to sell, but I look at it like this: I was able to bless my family with things, before I'm gone, before I leave the earth. Sorry about this lighting, you all. So anyway, so that was done, which was a big process. I'm going to show you some pictures in a few minutes of like some of the things I had to find new homes for, and then I sold my car. Everyone always says, go to CarMax. CarMax is the best. But they weren't for me. They actually gave me the lowest offer. So I went to 2 other dealerships, and the funny thing is, while I was at CarMax, I noticed these people out with how they the human advertisements with the signs and stuff, and holding up the signs. So I took note of that when I went into CarMax. When I came out, I got both of the 2 car dealerships. I got their information because they were advertising, we buy cars. So I was like, okay, I'll come back and check it out, because I knew I wasn't going with CarMax. So anyway, I went to one dealership, and they appraised the car, whatever, but they took the other dealership's advertisement out of my car. And so, I was kind of like teed off about it, because I couldn't remember like the name of the place. I went back to CarMax to see if they were out there, and they weren't out there. So I went back to the dealership, and I confronted the man who appraised my car, and I said, well, where's the other advertisement? It was in the passenger seat along with your advertisement. Oh, he said, oh, ma'am. He said, I wouldn't have taken that. He said, I've been here for 14 years. I wouldn't have done that. So I was like, whatever. Okay, let me just drive up and down, the street, which was in Baltimore. It's Baltimore National Pike. And I drove up the street, and I noticed Honda, because they had a sign out that said, we buy cars. Let me see if I can adjust. this might be better. So so I was planning to go to Honda, and then I just looked to my right, and I know there was nothing but the Lord was like, look to your right, and that was the dealership to my right. So I went over to the dealership, and I got a great offer. And if you're in Baltimore, the dealership is called High Low, LO, High Low Auto Sales. So if you're looking to actually sell your car and not trade your car in, I recommend them if you're in the Baltimore metro area. And so anyway, I did that, and I sold my car the Friday before I was set to leave, which was August the 12th. Okay, I hope you guys hear me. My neighbors are out in the hall. They got a little girl, a little boy, it's a baby, and they're out there. So anyway, I did that, and then the next thing was to actually go to Abu Dhabi, right? So I flew out on August the 14th. I arrived on the 15th, and so I had a lot of things. First, let's get back to the house. I had a lot of things at my house, and I'm going to tell you, anyone who's looking to transition to another country, it can be a difficult task to pare down, to purge, to get rid of things, because let me say I had to work through the emotional attachment to some of the things, and it was hard. It was a difficult task, and I don't consider myself a materialistic person. However, some things were very sentimental to me, and so I had a difficult time. And I also reached out to one of my sorority sisters who also moved here, and she expressed the same thing. And she was like, I consider myself an efficient packer, but she was like, this is a hard. And it really was. So I am storing items at my sister's house. I'm so thankful for her, because she is letting me store my items at her house, free of charge. I don't have to pay for a storage. And it's not like a lot of stuff. A lot of it, what's there is my winter clothes, and then some boxes of some items that I'm not ready to let go of yet, because when I get to my permanent place, I plan to have those things shipped over there. Let's talk about shipping. I used the cheapest route, which was USPS. Okay, USPS. I shipped 2 small boxes and 3 medium-sized boxes. Shipping is expensive. I didn't pay less than $100. Maybe one box might have been $82 to ship here. Okay, so if you're planning to move abroad, you want to pare down more than I did, okay? Because those shipping fees, woo! And then so I got I got 2 medium-sized boxes and 1 small box, and I'm hoping that all my stuff was in the 1 medium-sized box that I got this week, because one of my globes broke, the little like snow globes. So one of them broke. I was planning to put it in my office at work, because it's a educational theme snow globe. And so I guess they had to open it up, and that was broke. A couple of other items were broke. So my advice, my unwarranted advice, if you choose to ship items and you're planning to move abroad, make sure you get the insurance. Get the insurance, because it's probably going to be some items that are broken in your box. So not everything was glass. Like my wooden K that I have over here. I don't know. Let me see. You see that K right there? That K is wood, and that got broken. And a couple of other things were broken. And so, so just go ahead and pay the extra money for the insurance. That's my advice to you. All right, so we talked about shipping, we talked about moving. I'm gonna be showing you some pictures of some of the items that I did get rid of, and then I'm gonna talk to you about my experience on the airline and my experience coming through immigration. I don't know what else to call it, and I'll be back. So, as you can see, I had a lot of stuff that I needed to get rid of. um, some things I decided to keep. I decided to keep my bedroom furniture. My sister is actually going to use it at her house. I gave her my day bed. Also, she's going to keep my bar cart because I just really like that bar cart. See what I'm saying? It's hard. Like sometimes you have like sentimental attachments to things, and sometimes well, I guess that is sentimental because I really did like those things, and it took me a while to find what I wanted because I really like gray. I have a thing for gray. Even here in this apartment, I have gray kind of, all around the house. Again, I'm going to give you an apartment tour really soon. So also, packing. Of course, I had to pack to move my things to store at my sister's house, but I also had to pack to move here. So let me tell you about that. Extremely challenging. So I ended up with 5 suitcases and a garment bag and also a book bag that I took on the plane. I used those space saver bags where you can you put them in there and then you vacuum seal it, shut so it gets like flat. That's actually like a really great idea, except for it caused all my bags to be overweight. All of my bags were overweight. My sister actually, so I started off with five bags in a garment bag. No, I started off with 4 bags in a garment bag. So they called the other airline in to check and see if they would take anything over 70 pounds because one of my bags was 84 pounds. So anyway, the airline said, no, we don't take anything over 70 pounds. So my sister, in literally like in less than an hour, I'm supposed to be boarding this plane. And so my sister does not live far from the airport. And I left out of Thurgood Marshall, Baltimore, Washington International. Okay. And my thing is, I want to start calling it the Thurgood Marshall Airport. I want to give homage where homage is due, right? So anyway, she doesn't live far from the airport. So she came and she brought my other carry-on so that I could take some stuff out of the bag that's 84 pounds and make that less than 70 pounds so I can take all my stuff over here to Abu Dhabi. You talking about sweating? I was up in there sweating because They stopped boarding at 4:30. So my sister literally, she got there at 4:15. So me and her and one of my friends, we're hurrying up trying to get all the stuff in from the heavy bag to the carry-on bag, and woo. And then my other concern was, all right, so I got to fly from Baltimore to Chicago. Do I have to handle my bags? Cuz I got 6 bags, right? So luckily, I did not have to handle my bags because it was an international flight. So the bags actually went straight to Abu Dhabi. And I'm gonna show you a picture in a minute because I tried to do like I had this bright idea. Let's get the industrial wrap and let's wrap the the garment bag, wrap it around one of my medium-sized bags so it can count as one bag, right? So I won't have to pay all the baggage fees. Well, that just did not work. I couldn't move the bag. I'm gonna show you in a minute the pictures of how it looked. So anyway, I ended up with six bags total, and then one backpack. One of my former coworkers, who has worked abroad several times, told me to take my favorite pillow. Because I asked her, she said, are you ready for your big move? I said, I think so. I said, do you have any suggestions of things I should take? And she said, take your favorite pillow. She said, take your favorite pillow. So I carried my favorite pillow, and actually I carried my favorite throw, which is right here in my little basket. And y'all know it's a Paris. Y'all should know by now. It's a Paris themed throw. So anyway, it's my favorite throw. And so I took this with me on the plane. And I'm going to talk to you about the actual plane ride in a second. You'll see some pictures of the luggage, and I'll show you a few pictures of the actual plane ride too. I'll be back. Hello everyone, elite educators and purposeful parents. Before I start this video, I wanted to apologize to you all formally. I have not uploaded a video in quite some time, and that really is due to this move here to Abu Dhabi. I had to sell my house, I had to pack my house, I had to move everything out of my house, I had to sell my car, I just had so many, I don't want to say loose ends, but I had a lot of items to take care of, which got in the way of me uploading videos. I have to figure out how to balance when I have an overwhelming amount of things to do and continue to bring you content, because I really enjoy doing this. So I ask that you forgive me for this long hiatus, but I am back. I am settled here in Abu Dhabi, and I hope that you enjoy the video and that you get value out of the video.